Good morning and welcome back to my channel. It is like 15 minutes or so until the readathon starts. I am awake and this is my reading spot. You'll see a lot of this today, I think. But now I'm gonna go downstairs and feed the cats, and I bought like a frozen quiche. I was gonna pop that in the oven so that I can eat that for breakfast, make some tea, and hopefully be ready to go in 17 minutes when the readathon starts. This is Mr. Einstein. He's still unsure about the indoors. Come here. Come here. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Oh, you're so sweet. You're very sweet. You're so sweet. Well, it's 8:01. And I just got settled back down with my breakfast and my tea and my water, and yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start reading one of my graphic novels, because I usually start Dewey's with a graphic novel, and that's a little easier to read, I feel like, while I eat. So first up is gonna be Lumberjanes Volume 9. Finished my first thing for the readathon, Lumberjanes comic, which was really fun. It had a bunch of stuff about roller derby in it, which I actually know all of the rules to roller derby because the TV station that I used to work for used to do live roller derby bouts. Like we used to televise live roller derby bouts, and I would have to be the person in the middle calling commercial breaks. I was always standing next to the timekeeper, and you know, you're in the middle of a very small oval, so you get real familiar real fast with the rules of roller derby. So yeah, I thought that was fun. I really liked this one. Definitely giving it 5 stars. I continue to always enjoy the Lumberjanes comics. Some of them more than others, but yeah, this was definitely one of my favorites. So this is my bullet journal for this go around. Please ignore the fact that I accidentally colored in the wrong graphic novel. Good job, Jenny. But basically I have my usual little timetable thing. I do that. I've done that for other Dewey's readathons and I really like it. So I've got that with my key for what to fill in with the colors. Did really good. First hour, all reading, mostly reading. Because what I do is basically like the predominant thing I did during that half hour, I fill it in. So both of those were spent mostly reading. This is where I'll put my totals. My goals up here are to finish 4 things, read for 10 hours, and read 500 pages. The only one that changed from the last time is the finish 4 things instead of just 3, because I got shorter books this time. Hopefully I'll exceed all of those. The date, obviously. And then over here I did something different where I put these little bars, and I'm listing out the books that are on my TBR. These are the ones that I know I'm going to get to, and then I left these 3 blank to choose from my pile because there's more than, I think there's 9 things here. There's more than 9 things in my TBR stack, so I didn't want to just put them all in here and then not read one of the things that I put on here and then read something different. So yeah, this is my tracking thing this time. I'll see how I like it. So these 2 I had started prior to the readathon, so that's where I was when the day started. Obviously, I haven't even picked up the Giant Days volume, so ignore that. I will, so it's gonna get fully filled in, but I'm annoyed that I did that. And then I finished the Lumberjanes one, and then I'm going to let this dry a minute, and then I'm going to fill it in with gray, so to symbolize that I finished it. But yeah, so I'm liking this so far. I think I'm going to pick up Tea on the Titanic and read some of it now, and enjoy my tea. Okay, already amused. So, I'm reading this book, which is starting out really interesting. And if you guys know the Titanic tea from Hardy & Sons, I've mentioned multiple times that if you want it in loose leaf tea, which I think now they actually sell it under the name Titanic tea in loose leaf tea, but previously, and I think still, they sell a tea called Palm Court, which is the Titanic tea. I find it amusing that in this book it talks about how first-class passengers would have sat in their suites or on the veranda or Palm Court or Cafe Parisi. Like, Palm Court was the name of a place that you could have tea on the Titanic. So interesting. Hour 3. I am reading Tea on the Titanic, which I am currently loving. I have my little reading buddy. This is where he usually sleeps while I'm working, so he's just climbed up and made himself at home. He's so sweet. And then I got my tiki bird jumper on, which is spectacular. I hope you love it. Am I getting another visitor? Hello! I'm gonna go get some cheese because I'm hungry. And I was eating like a candy bar or something, because the quiche didn't really fill me up. So I'm gonna go get something to eat. Justin's downstairs painting. They're mowing outside. Lots of sounds. Okay, new kitchen. Crazy angles. Everything's a mess, so just bear with me. But I'm gonna grab a plate and some of the cheeses, and I'm gonna put together a cheese plate. I'm actually gonna move you over here. Oh, you can see my tiki bird jumper. It says Disneyland. I'm very pleased with it, if you can't tell. Oh, I dropped one. So now I just have to cut up some cheese. For my birthday, I got this fancy cheese knife. This is by Global, which is the same knife company that makes the chef knife that I've had since college, so excited to use that. Midnight Moon by Cypress Grove is one of my favorites that you can get at like Earth Fare or Whole Foods, so that's a really good one. If you are into cheese at all, the Instagram account Ain't Too Proud to Meg, my friend Ashley told me about her, and she has really good cheese recommendations. She does beautiful cheese boards, and yeah, so I get a lot of inspiration from her, and I actually found out about this company from her. So there we go. That is going to be my snack. Goat cheese. I think this is some kind of hard goat cheese. That's either blue cheese or gorgonzola. That's the Midnight Moon or Cypress Grove. That is something cowboy. It's a wash rind cheese, and it is good. That is supposedly a triple cream brie, but it's more like a double cream brie. And then sea salt crackers, blackberries and raspberries with honey on top of them. And that is going to be a delicious meal for me. Normally I would add like a charcuterie, so like a salami to it, but I went vegetarian for Lent, so no meat for me. It is Saturday, so this is a lot of food, and I'm gonna eat it all. Now I'm gonna get back to reading. We're kind of approaching lunch, so this is gonna be like a light lunch, I guess. But I think I'm gonna have for lunch the same thing I had for lunch yesterday, which was these delicious like buffalo chicken things from, I think, Gardenia. I don't remember who they're by. They were good, and I got blue cheese dressing to eat with them this time, and I am excited. This is delicious. This is so good. I'm glad I have like a big thing of it, because that's delightful. This guy is in my chair. Hello. Hello there. So I'm sitting on the floor eating my cheese. I am working on destroying that cheese plate. I have dipped into Dangerous Visions by Harlan Ellison, or edited by Harlan Ellison. My intention with this is to dip in and out and read a couple of short stories today. However, I haven't even gotten to the first short story. Like, I'm not even to the first numbered page because there's so many introductions and forewords and things. So yeah, I normally would skip over the forewords, but this has a lot of historical significance when it comes to science fiction. So I feel like the forewords and introductions are important with this one. I just have the one introduction, like the original introduction by Harlan Ellison, to go, and then I can actually read the first short story. So I'm looking forward to actually getting into the stories in this one. Yep, I'm trapped by this small furry one who does not care that my bullet journal is resting on his back. I may or may not have taken like a half-hour power nap. I'm already yawning. It's only 1 o'clock. It's never a good sign. So, part of it is because I'm sitting in a nice sunny spot and I got this warm cat on my lap. And I read the first story in Dangerous Visions, which was one of those things that I feel like is designed to shock and make you think, and it did sort of, but also it was like not super like interesting and engaging. So I think I'm gonna put that back down. Stop it, Jenny. I think I'm gonna put that back down and read some more in Tea on the Titanic. See if I can't maybe finish it. I don't know if you guys, I'm sure some of you have heard of it, of the app Forest. I love this. I use it to make myself focus on reading. So a lot of times when I read, I will like read a chapter and then put the book down and read and like get on my phone. Goodness gracious. But this, like, you plant a tree, and if you click out of the app before the tree grows, so before your time is up, then it kills the tree and you don't get any coins. And I'm currently trying to save up coins to get another tree type. So I have 2, the one it comes with and this pretty wisteria. But yeah, so I have been using this today and it's been very successful. It has like a feature where you can add friends, but I so far haven't really figured that out, / don't know anyone that actually uses this to become friends with them. So if you use the Forest app and you want to be friends on the Forest app, then let me know. Cause yeah, I'd love to unlock those achievements / the interactive parts of this app that let you like do things. I think you can like set challenges or something. I'm not sure. But yeah, I love this. So yeah, I'm gonna go back to reading Tea on the Titanic. And hopefully I will cease to yawn and won't fall back asleep again. I'm gonna take off my Tiki Bird jumper because it's getting a little warm. I finished Tea on the Titanic and it was really cute. It has a lot of, so about half of it is probably recipes, and there are a ton of like tea sandwich recipes and desserts and scones. Like, now I just want to have a tea party, basically, which I might have to plan because I feel like my friends from work would love that. So yeah, that was really fun. It had like little Titanic facts laced into it. So one of the parts about the Titanic that I found the most interesting was that there was like a short little kind of chapter, I guess, about Molly Brown and the unsinkable Molly Brown. Like, I know things about Molly Brown and I've read about her in the context of Titanic, but like I don't know a whole lot about her before the Titanic or after. So I found that super interesting, and now I'm gonna have to look up books about her and read more about her, because she sounds like one of the most fascinating women, especially for the time that she lived in. And also I told my husband, I was like, we've been talking about wanting to go to Denver. Now we really have to go to Denver, because apparently there's a museum called the Molly Brown House that was, like, I guess the mansion that she lived in has been turned into a museum. And not only is it a museum about Molly Brown, but also they host Titanic teas on the 3rd floor. So I'm all over that. So now I'm like, all right, let's go to Denver. Let's go have tea in Molly Brown's house. And I'm sure that they have an amazing gift shop with all kinds of books about Molly Brown. So I want to go there now. That's my red pile. Is that my to be red pile? It looks smaller from here. I don't know. Anyways, I am going to probably read this really quickly. I was gonna take a break to get some exercise, but my husband is still doing stuff and he wanted to go with me. I was gonna call my mom and have her come over here and walk with me, but he got his feelings hurt. So I'm waiting on him to finish up what he's doing, and then we're gonna go take a walk around the new neighborhood. We haven't done that yet. I'm drinking water and I'm sitting on the floor, and yeah, I'm gonna dip into this and see how far I get before he's done. I'll probably finish it. I know you guys have seen nothing but this room so far today. Well, you saw my kitchen a little bit, but I promise you will see some other part of my house before this day is over. Just right now I am entrenched in the reading room. See, that's why I need to go get some exercise. This yawning business is not cool. Yeah, I did do some stretching because my back's starting to hurt. I should be wearing that thing, which you can kind of see, which is like supposed to lift your shoulders and push them back to help with my posture and my shoulder pain, but I haven't been because I'm bad. Anyways, into this we go. I just got back from roughly a 40-minute walk around the neighborhood, looking at all the houses and the architecture. Our neighborhood has like all kinds of different architecture on the houses, so it was fun. Now I'm sweaty. I'm eating mochi ice cream. Dustin spraying wasps. Did you get them? They're gross. Hi.
Hi.
There's our beige living room. Super beige. And it annoys me. I got second mochi ice cream. Because it's just too hot in this house right now. I'm ensconced back in my reading chair. And I have about half of this graphic novel to go, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish this. And once I do that, I will probably, well, we'll see how I feel. If I'm starting to get hungry, then I'll go downstairs and make dinner. But then this is gonna be the next thing that I dip into. So if I get through with the graphic novel and I'm still not feeling ready for food, then I'll start in on this. I have already started this and it's interesting. We'll see where it goes. But if not, then I'll go make some food and then pick this up once I've eaten. Yeah, I do have a couple of YouTube videos that I want to watch at some point, so I want to get to those. But yeah, I need to get a little bit more reading done before I let myself get off track like that. Alright, so now evening has set in. We are over halfway through. Yeah, it's almost 9 o'clock. Ooh. I took a break to make dinner, and well, I read while I was actually making dinner. But then I took a break to eat my dinner and watch the 100 Baby Challenge because I can't help myself. It's just like addicting. So that was fun. And now I've made myself a matcha latte. A little caffeine for the later hours. I feel awake right now though. But I made myself a matcha latte. I've been reading more of this one, and it's not that I don't like this. Like, I actually do I do like it, but it's like a slow character thing without really, it doesn't feel like it has a plot. So I don't know that that's the best thing for right now. So I've also got this one, which I promised myself I would read some of, so I think I'm going to try to read the first 3 chapters of this. But I've also got West, which is a small little book that I've heard a lot of really good things about, which I kind of want to get to as well. And I know I can't get to all of these tonight. So, which I guess I could do an Instagram poll. Maybe I'll do an Instagram, maybe I'll read a few more chapters of this and do an Instagram poll to see which of these people think I should read. Let's see how that goes. Here's the visual update. So these are the 3 things I've finished so far. So per my goal, I need to finish one more thing. How rude. I've read about 25% of Neon and Daylight. I haven't picked up the Muse. This was an audiobook I'd already started beforehand. And I read 1 short story in Dangerous Visions, which is basically like 1%. So this is sad. And then I've got these 2 spaces to fill with other things. I'm kind of feeling like I might pick up another graphic novel, just because I was really enjoying Giant Days, so I might pick up another, I think I have another volume of that. And then the 2 that I was talking about before, which I posted that on Instagram, and I'm going to set my Forest app, if people ever stop texting me, I'm going to set my Forest app to 15 minutes and then check it. Also, adorable loafing cat. Well, that's super not helpful. I'm remarkably awake for the fact that it's 11:30. Gonna check our Instagram poll. Nope, you can't see that at all. Hold on. Let's do that again. And I'll hold it this time. We have 64% for Wild Birds, which is good, because that's the one I really need to read, since that's the one that I need to decide if I actually want to finish. So here we go. I also got out Giant Days Volume 8 because I really, really like Giant Days Volume 7, so I want to go ahead and read that one tonight, so I'll finish that before I go to bed for sure. I don't know that I'll finish this. It is 100 and something. Nope, 202 pages maybe? Yeah, 202 pages? I don't know. So, not sure I'll finish this, but I'll at least get a good feel for if I do want to finish this. And then so I turned my audiobook on and played my Switch for a little bit because I just kind of wanted to listen instead of reading. So, at 11:25, hold on, let me color in one thing. That's the wrong color. BRB. So this is where we stand bullet journal wise, whatever. So lots of red here, which is good. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, so I've actually already met my 10-hour goal, which is great. I doubt that I've read 500 pages. That is going to be probably the one that I miss. Neon and Daylight, the Muse. So I listened to quite a bit of that, about I think maybe 10 or 15% of it. So that's nice. Still haven't read any more of Dangerous Visions. And then I need to add my other 2 down here that I am going to pick up tonight. So we turned the air conditioning on for the first time since we moved in. And the upstairs unit has some kind of pump, I guess, where it like flushes out condensation. I don't know. Husband knows what it is. I don't know what it is. And so periodically it will just go and then make the sound of a drain. So like water being flushed out, and it's so loud, and the unit is right outside of our bedroom door. So that's super annoying. I'm also starting to get tired. My face looks very round right now. Puffy and round. I read, what was it, 3 chapters or, no, I read 5 chapters of this. Because this is the one that Instagram chose. And yeah, it's interesting. I mean, we'll see. It's decent, and I don't know. I'm starting to get to that point I'm tired where I'm like, so I'm probably gonna resort to graphic novel reading. My goal at this point, I do want to read the graphic novel so I can finish 4 things, even though that means I will have finished 3 graphic novels and a very short book. That's the air conditioner. Why is that a thing? Why? It's 1:30. I read for 12 hours. And I finished 4 things. No idea on the pages. I'll check that in the morning. I'm gonna do like a little recap at the end of this. But yeah, I guess successful. I'm tired. I'm gonna go get in bed and hope that I can sleep through the crazy sounds of our air conditioner. Well, this is a mess. There's just books and things everywhere. I at least took my mugs downstairs. But yeah, I made quite the mess of my reading spot last night. I officially fell asleep at 1:30. And I woke up at like 6:30 when my husband got up to go to work, but I then just went back to sleep because I was like, I could read for another hour and a half, but I'm not going to. So I ended up officially ending the readathon by reading 4 books. And by books, I mean, I read Tea on the Titanic, which was great. I gave this 4 stars, 4.5 stars. I read Lumberjanes Volume 9. I gave this one 5 stars. I read Giant Days Volume 7. Gave this 5 stars. And I read Giant Days Volume 8 and I gave this 4 stars. So mostly just graphic novels. I did read about 26 pages of this. I read the first short story in this. I listened to about maybe 49, 50 pages of this. And then I read about 50 to 60 pages in this. So a total of 649 pages, that's a lot. And 12 hours read, so I'm happy with that. Here's my ending bullet journal spread. Really happy with the way this turned out. Definitely gonna do this again next time in my next readathon. And yeah, that is about it. I hope you guys had a successful readathon as well. And I'll see you next time. Bye.